Damn right. That's great, Kovaly. Damn right. That's great, Kovaly. Damn right. That's great, Kovaly.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Hello. Welcome to the Worldly Integration Podcast, episode 9. And of course, we have special guests will allow me to, introduce the panel and let the panel, of course, introduce my co-host. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Today, I brought my guest. So the last 8 episodes, besides Sam, I have been co-hosting with Kovaly because he's been bringing guests. But now, no offense to Sam because he's a special guest. Well, no, he's a regular guest.
Hi.
Bozy is a special guest.
Here, by the way.
So we got our own. I brought my own guest today, and I can't wait to introduce him. But I'm Life A1, LYFE A1, and I am your co-host for the Worldly Integration Podcast.
And I am Kovaly Kavv, a.k.a. Coco Beard, a.k.a. Kovaly Kavv, a.k.a. Pentagon. Last but not least, Mr. Introduce me to your best bitch. Hello, let's start the podcast correctly. Mr. Life A1, please introduce us to our lovely guest.
All right, so today I got a very special person in my life, a very special person in St. Louis, and he's a St. Louis native, Before I say anything, I'm gonna let him introduce himself. That way he introduces himself properly. Who is with us?
Well, greetings and salutations. I am DJ Bozy. I work over at Diamond Cabaret on the east side, Sage Ballet. So I would like to thank Kovaly and the World Integration Podcast for inviting me along. Coming down here because my friend Life here. Life is a great friend of mine, known him for several years. So when he said, hey, we got this thing going, I said, sure, I'll come on down and give it a go. So here I am, DJ Bozy. You just call me Bozy. It's fine. We're just chilling out. We're doing this podcast thing.
And it's yeah. And I'm glad to be able to be doing it. Can you enlighten our guests and our audience? Like, how did you get the name DJ Bozy?
Well, Bozy, it's because of my last name, and had a friend whose sister was infatuated with me, and she had called me Bozy Boz. And so for years I had, just had that rolling around in my head for no reason. And when it was asked for me from my boss about what I was going to choose as a DJ name, I had said, oh, well, all right, I'll go with this. But of course, originally it was going to be DJ Busy Bozy because I'd be playing all up in your business. But,
Yeah.
She of course, she's turned it down. It's just a little much. But, I settled with DJ Bozy, rolling with that because it's a part of kind of my past and now my future, present and future, actually. So, thank you. Thank you for having me in.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm super excited. I don't know if y'all could tell I'm excited. It's because I've been up all day, but I'm actually super excited.
Oh, you're not the only one being up all day. Yes. Up all day, up all night.
I've been up all day, also picking up like my vest, my nice shirt, because life enlightened me that we have DJ Bozy coming through, and I didn't even bother to ask to check out his portfolio or anything, because I just like meeting people in spirit. So he told me he's coming 3-piece. So last night I didn't go to sleep. I was thinking where I'm gonna work. So yes, you went to the top.
You got
it. Life said it, so I had to do it.
Oh yeah, and I commend y'all for that. Y'all came super proper with this one. You know what? I wanted to still just be myself, I guess. I was gonna dress up, but you know what? At least I have a button up on. Guess I'm like somewhat in the festives.
It's all good. We're chilling and we're vibing. That's all it's about.
Yeah, that's very true. All right, so if y'all don't know, DJ Bozy, I've known him from probably since 2020, I want to say, something around that. He's an awesome person.
I think it was slightly before that. I'm not sure if it's before that.
Before that, now that I think about it, yeah.
The good old bowling alley days.
Yeah, the good old bowling.
Where was that Flamingo Bowl?
Yeah, it's Moolah Lanes. Still caught up in lawyer stuff, and hey, we won't talk about all that.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's where we originally connected, and he actually helped me get my first DJ set at the Moolah Lanes, which was pretty cool. That was pretty fun. I had never DJed before that, never thought about DJing. He was like, maybe you should try it. You should talk to the manager, which was Jay at the time. He was like, you should talk to him. Maybe y'all could set something up. I was like, all right, set it up, and it was super fun. But those days are over. It was fun.
The world has turned around. I was bartending at the time, running the joint, and now I'm DJing at Diamond Cabaret,
Which is
the Sage Ballet.
For sure. So before we get into our topics, is Diamond Cabaret the #1 gentleman's club in St. Louis area?
It is the top tier club that you're going to find anywhere on the east side here in the St. Louis region.
Okay. And then, me and Kovaly, we've dibbled and dabbled a few times.
As many people have, and it's always random. People don't just make plans to go out there; they just end up there, and it's great.
Exactly. And that's what end up happening. And then I try not to remember and recollect my thoughts. So most of these stories over here, you ain't gonna hear none of mine.
I got some wild stories in there, but they're not as wild as I want them to be. I wish there was a little bit more wild. Like, I try to be on my best behavior in public now. And now that I have a friend that works there, I guess I definitely have to be on my best behavior while I'm in the club. I'm a representation of the people I hang out with.
Well, I've been there for many years, but I took that hiatus for a short time, but made my way back, and now that I'm DJing there, things are going strong, and I hope that the best for everybody, with this podcast and all, worldly integration, and everything in general. And you guys got music going. I don't know what all you guys are working with, but best to everybody in this new year.
Oh, for sure. We got a few things going on. I ain't gonna make it just about us on the podcast, but I do want to name some stuff we're going on because I want to put that energy out in the universe. I want people to be looking for it. So I have my own personal YouTube. He has his own personal YouTube. And then we have a joint YouTube, which is the Worldly Integration. So on my personal YouTube this year, I want y'all to be looking out for more vlogs, which shout out to Sam T. He's going to be hanging out with me on some of those vlogs, and we're going to be doing some things. I will be also uploading more model videos. So like sexy models or classy models, whatever it is. Getting into fashion, which Kovaly will be a part of those. And then I also will continue doing more music. And Kovaly, I don't know if you want to give people a scoop of what you got going on for your YouTube channel.
So my YouTube channel, actually, I'm more like a workaholic. So I just do things for my own experimental purpose. So even with you, being around working on the worldly integration, we had meeting when it was about, hey, this is how you analyze this. They only watch this for this second. We need a timing. So those things I used to fear, and like those conversations kind of hard to have with people because everybody think they know it, but nobody really like spent time to do the study. So I've seen your study and the time you spend on studying this stuff and being around you, like even you telling me, hey, this is how you do this minor stuff. I know that took time to watch that hour of YouTube. So with mine, I think definitely I want to, get more into paying attention to views and analyzing stuff on those aspects and being able to, not fear putting myself out there, knowing that, I am all of those creation, but in different entity, because I have Cocoa Beat, which is definitely the beat that I make. And, you've been happy because I love creating just based off my tone, and I make art. So everything I make pretty much is my journal. But then again, now that we put it online, it's everybody's journal. So I have to start paying attention to other side of things, which you allow me to do. So I think this year, definitely those are the things that I would like to pay more attention to and not fear having those conversations and say, hey, I only got this many views. I need to focus on how do I grow it and not be embarrassed to talk about it because people, trying to diminish those aspects. Like, oh, you spend too much time on your phone, etc. No, I want to be comfortable doing that, knowing that, hey, this is part of my life, this is part of the business, and this is what's going to help me grow and face fear and, intertwine with the world and meet some people and meet a lot of people. So that's why we named this podcast the Worldly Integration Podcast. And, that's why we're here.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then I know Bozy got a lot of new things coming up. I don't know if you got a YouTube channel or not, but you got to enlighten us on what's going on.
I have a YouTube thing. I haven't ever put nothing on that just yet. Pushing forward with my social media. I've got a few things going on with, let's see, I don't know, my Instagram, Sean Boswell, DJ Bozy. You can do the hashtag DJ Bozy. I'm sure you'll find me. Just getting on that because, of course, new to the game. I'm throwing things out there. I never thought I'd start pushing into social media. Thought I'd just, roll with a job, and just, job pay me.
Right.
Don't have to worry about that. So, yeah, I started that, pushing more onto the Facebook, trying to make some shorts, throwing a little music onto those. I vet music all day, every day. I mean, hell, I even got my earpiece here. I pop in, listen to music while I'm listening to music. I'll put the earpiece in, listen to music while I'm playing music, while I DJ. But for this new year, I got a lot of things going on. I got some personal things I'm trying to catch up with. I was supposed to do from last year, but those are super easy. It's buying shit. I got to buy furniture, more furniture. I mean, that's what it's about. You make money, you spend the money. And it's good that I'm at the point I can do that, and other people, I hope to get to the point that you can just make money, spend money, and you don't have to worry. I mean, that's all we want. We want that dream. And I'm trying to push for that dream for myself and everybody to have that dream. So this year is me not to just push myself, it's to push others and help others. And we're all going to help each other. And with that cycle, it's the industry. From the bartenders to the servers, now to me now being a DJ, I've done every aspect, every facet of the industry. And I never thought I would be where I am today in my wildest dreams. And so now I'm DJing the club and I'm working towards these goals. So this year, I'm definitely looking forward to pushing more on my Instagram. I'm going to get a Twitch going. I'm going to get some other things going, but right now the Instagram is the thing I'm really pushing now. From there, I'll start working into the other departments, and possibly getting the help in some of that, because I got a lot of things going on and I'm not slowing down for nobody. So I'm going to have to add people to help me.
Facts. That's cool. All right. That was a cool intro. I think now will be the proper time to get into our topics, because we're already kind of on topic right now. And our first topic is, sorry, y'all, I got to look at my phone because I got to stay organized. So our first topic today will be, give me one moment. I'm being a little, almost amateurish. There we go. Today it's a new year. It's 2023. We're about halfway through the first month in 2023. So this is in a general statement, not necessarily just about content or just about DJing or just about work in general. Now that you are fully aware that this is a new year and your life is still continuing, what do you think are some things that you can do to keep this year a good year for you and to not run into maybe as many problems as you may have faced in the past? I'll answer the question too, maybe after you. So,
to not fall into the same things of the past and make this year good, you gotta push yourself. No matter if you're fearful of things that you're working on and things that you're not really accustomed to. If you
True.
You just got to get it out of your element. Just push yourself a little harder, just a little more towards that edge, and you never know what it's going to bring you. Just like myself and what has happened with this transition in my life now, I never would have thought myself to getting to this point. But who knows where this point is going to take me in the future. So you look at the point that you're at, and you got to change. You got to make sure you push a little more. If you're trying to be a little happier, just put a little more smile. If you got a pep in your step, put a little more pep in that step. Whatever you got to do. Now I know not everybody can have a good day, but in my element of the DJ business. You can't have a bad day, as they say.
That it sounds like.
But we do. But what you got to do is you got to project what you're wanting. You got to project that happiness. You got to project that future that you're looking at, that happiness that you're wanting. You project that through everything, even through those bad times, that bad day you're having. You know, you're on that mic and somebody's just really pissing you off. But as soon as you get on that mic, you got to go right back to it. To, hey, here I am. Everything's cool. We're vibing. We're having a good time. Let's party and push forward. Push past that negativity. Push past the sadness, depression, whatever it is that is on your plate. Because everybody's got those issues. Everybody's got issues. But you just got to look forward. You got to push just a little more to doing better for yourself, no matter what it is.
I would totally agree. I feel like sometimes it's slightly easier said than done because it's like we also have certain habits that we are used to doing, and they're not necessarily like, not all of them are necessarily bad habits, but they're like comfort habits, you know what I mean? And so I'm not saying that you have to be 100% uncomfortable to get to your goal, but I have noticed just within the halfway mark of the first month of this year that I've had to make certain decisions that kind of feel uncomfortable to get to where I'm trying to go.
And it may have affected your vision of where your goal is.
Yeah, in a good way though, as in like it's helping me get to where I need to.
So here's the thing about goals and how you want to achieve your goals. And I've learned a lot in a very short amount of time with this DJ and everything. But to achieve your goals, you can't just give yourself a goal and just try to go for that. Like everybody makes these New Year's resolutions and you're like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. But everybody falls back. A lot of people, not everybody does that. Majority of people never achieve their goals that they put ahead of them. And one way to do this is you got to give yourself something that's going to counteract that. If you don't achieve like a small goal, like I'm going to work out today. If I don't work out, I just can't have that ice cream. Is that enough to punish yourself? No, it's like, oh, I didn't work out today. You know, I can't have that. I can't have ice cream for a week. I can't have ice cream for a month. You know, or mayhap you put $5 into a bin. Like I have to put that away because I didn't achieve my goal. You got to give yourself that negative to make sure you achieve the positive.
That's very true. And then therefore you'll avoid bigger negative problems in the future. So like, let's say you don't work out and then you decide to eat the ice cream. Guess what? Well, a week from now, you're like, man, I gained 5 or 10 pounds. You're like, what the hell?
Ice cream every day. I kept failing and failing and failing. There was nothing stopping you from failing.
Yeah.
So which is why you need to make sure you have that extra impact to maybe stop you. Like, oh man, here's one good way that is do it. Do it a way that it's not just something that's personal. Put it out there that let everybody know that if you fail, you have to donate money to like a charity, one of your favorite charities or something. That's going to make you drive harder. Now, if you fail, it's still a good thing. It's still a positive. It's not negative. It's still positive because you're going to be given to a charity. Right. But you're going to know yourself that you failed yourself, and it's going to drive you harder, and you're going to push forward and try. Not that you don't want to, but when you get to a point, you're going to say, hey, you know what? I'm at a good point. I'm going to give to that charity anyway.
Right.
And that's maybe how you got to do it. It's solid plan for me for this year.
No, that's a very good thing, and I feel like anybody in any situation should take that into consideration. Because let's say it isn't even charity, like you said earlier, it could be $5 in the bin. Like now, you have to treat it as if you don't have that. You gave yourself some type of accountability, and since you gave yourself some type of accountability, now you have more reason to achieve your goal.
Yeah, and not just putting it in a bin for yourself to where you can cheat and just snag it out of there. You're putting it out there, everybody knows. And if you don't donate and you make it like known on like Facebook or whatever media that you're using, they're going to know you didn't put it in there because it shows your stats where you're at. And you're like, oh man, well, I have to. And that's going to keep you on goal. That's something to think about.
Yeah, that's very true. And there's another thing, like we only will achieve things by the amount of pressure we put on ourselves. So
It also helps with having good friends to keep supporting you.
True.
Now, you always got to make sure you have people to help support you because not everybody can do everything alone. Nobody can do everything alone. You have to have people to support you. Just in the industry, bartending, DJing, music production, even in the art world, everything in this world, you cannot do everything yourself. It is impossible in this modern age to do everything by yourself. It's not going to happen. We ain't Farmer Jed. We ain't doing that stuff no more.
I'm going to pass my mic to Kovaly for a second because he's having mic troubles. You want to add to that?
Go ahead, I mean,
When you're done.
yeah, man, to bat back on it, it's like, yes, of course, even what he's saying, you gotta have support. So we have Senti sitting in the back as well, right? So he always make time to, come through, show up, and it's very peculiar to see that. So it's like, this is something me and life started, but one thing that I have noticed is like Senti always like punctual, even if he's, at the gig, he's called it with idea, create his schedule without us, forcing anyone. So I feel like those energies, like if you really put yourself up to example, the people you surround with, they will, come along and, have that info without you asking, because sometimes when you ask, it can run people away. So it's lovely to see that kind of support. So that's a different level of support that I have seen coming through what we've been doing. So I love it. Support goes along when it's hard to find, very hard.
Yes, it's great to have that support.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And then I'm gonna get us into our next part of the topic. So, hello, giving corn moment. Sorry, I'm all over the place right now, but trust and believe that I will be on place. So, our second topic, which is something we kind of already started talking about, is what do you think, besides just having support and accountability, what do you think people can do to actually get their goals accomplished? And do you think thinking big, is there ever thinking too big?
There's never thinking too big. You can't think big enough. Myself never thought where, your dreams could take you. I mean, I'm not a brain surgeon, but who knows? Maybe if I put dedication enough in, I got enough, 40 more years in me.
Right.
it could happen. Now, you have to push yourself. You can accomplish damn near anything.
And this year, I can accomplish being as famous as Michael Jackson.
You never know. It's taken people less time to get famous than Michael Jackson did. Michael Jackson was pressured and pushed by his family to get where they were. And that, some of that was just kind of a fluke. The music hit. Who thought that a group of children were actually going to blow up charts? It wasn't really a thing then, and it happened. So it's with those strange occurrences, that life throws at you these curveballs, and you're never going to see it coming. And it can happen. So don't ever think that it won't. But don't expect it to happen without you putting in the work. You got to put in the work. Sure. Like a DJ, I am constantly on vetting music, talking with entertainers, making sure that everything's going to go right for the stage sets, making sure we're not with any dead air, where you don't have an empty stage, customers' drinks are full. Like, a DJ is not just, I'm in the booth playing music, I'm behind this set, that's it. No, you get out there, you got to talk to people, you got to work. So any aspect of what you're trying to accomplish in this next year, you have to work it.
Do you think like being in like an industry like enhance your passion, like now playing music and like DJing? Did you think like that, like enhance that, like kind of give you like that vision, like I can DJ now, I can do this, I can do things outside of the world that say that was already what I am at? Did you think that added up to like your creativity, like
Oh yeah.
So women, exactly what I'm saying is women. You know, those women, do they? I was trying to get clean, guys. Those women, do they like really, excite you to go DJ, make music, bartend,
They do.
salsa,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. And it's a part of the job as well. You want to be presentable. You want to put your best foot forward. So dressing the part, sounding the part, and being the part. I'm the life of the party. As a DJ, you are the party. You're the lifeblood of everything going on. The bartender can serve drinks all day. The girls can dance on stage, and to music. But if you don't have somebody integrating all of that, making sure, hey, we got this going on, welcome in, there's a million aspects. Everything ties together. And the DJ life definitely ties it all together in the club atmosphere. But you can put that anywhere that you're at. All the employees of any business, of any infrastructure, got to work together from the top to the bottom to make it work. And then my best thing I did this over the last summer was go to the circus. I am not shitting you, the circus. So the circus, I went in there from the person who sells you your ticket to the ringmaster in the middle who's doing the whole show, who's telling you the lowdown of the story, and then to the acrobats, to everything that's going on. Every last person makes it work.
Yeah.
So in a music production, every last person, you got the person on the sound, you got the musician themselves, you got anybody else in the background of the technicians and stuff. They're doing it as well. Every piece works. You can't just go to work and I'm not going to do this because that person I don't like. You got to push past any negativity, like I've said before, and just push forward.
That's very true. Also, with you DJing at the club, this is a story that I know already, but I feel like you should tell the audience just in case they don't know. What kind of music did you used to do before you DJ? Because I know, me personally, I know it was totally different than what you do now.
Oh, yes. Now I play top 100, top 40s if we can do it, but top 100, popular music, all the bangers, as they call it. But I was a death metal and black metal musician. Unsuccessful, of course. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
This is up to your mind. You know what I mean? It's up to what.
Yeah, it fell out. Just wasn't meant to be. I mean, and now where I'm at now, I'm happy. And I actually love it.
So why do y'all only play bangers at the club? King Lil Ray Ray come in there with his CD, try to give you his CD and try to get.
Because we play music for everybody, and we play the music that everybody knows.
But Lil Ray Ray got like $50. He trying to slide to the DJ for to get his song played.
Yeah, it might work at some of the smaller clubs, but I'm at top notch. We do the top songs, top music, and when Lil Ray Ray's music hits that top tunes, hits that top 100, we'll start playing his shit if the girls love dancing to it, if they love it, and if the people know it and the people love it. So
So what it takes is that person have to put in like their own work.
Everybody's got to put in
certain level,
and you can't downgrade anybody that you're working with. You got to pick them up too. If they're having a bad day, you got to talk to them. You got to try to make them have a good day, make it a little better than where they're at. And maybe in the end, if talking to that person, the next person, everybody that you're working with, and even your guests, whatever you're doing, or your friends, or people that you see each day, try to make everybody's day a little better. And in the end, you'll make yourself feel a little better. And no matter what, it's going to work out. But you have to make sure you're picking each other up and pushing forward, and you cannot hold back.
That's true.
Like that's why I love like this creative world, because being creative is like nobody really like do this creative stuff like as work. So it's like you have to like connect with other people to kind of like just balance off each other. So, oh, you're in this fun world too? Okay, like yes, I go to work, regular job, but talking to you, knowing that your mind is spent this way, and you can, talk about sound, and then I know how to, plug it in the computer. This kind of like helps like your everyday life. So I think like when they say like this world is a dream, it is actually a dream, because just everything we do, we're creating like dreams, like by just exchanging information.
True.
And by being positive as well, because the negativity really doesn't build much of it, but they're the one who keep it in a good cycle. So I guess it's both right.
That negativity never helped me in many years of my life. And when I shoveled that to the wayside, all these things started sliding in. And that's where I'm at today. Like, I can't believe it because I left that negativity behind, because I pushed myself a little more each day than the last.
And I think that comes with experience, because if you don't experience it and allow the time to see it, then, you know what I'm saying, you lost in cloud nine. So I think it takes patience a lot to kind of see it. Then once you're in it, like, it's a lot of fear, like, we all have within ourselves, but then again, it's like, nobody knows what the fuck is inside of our brain.
That's only you. And you're the only one who knows what's inside your own head. Yeah.
I got a question now. Since you've been DJing, what's been like the best night or best day that you DJed? Like, what was the day somebody's came in, spent like $10,000, got all the girls dancing? Like, what's been your most fun day as a DJ so far?
My most fun as a DJ is the day I have enough entertainers to roll through the day easily. That's all you really want. You want to go in and the day just rolls smooth. The girls go up, they dance, they get their dances, they get buy-offs, or they go do suites, or whatever they're going to end up doing. But in the end, you just want to make sure that you have that entertainment going, and without having to pause. You can't have an empty stage. You can't have dead air. You got to keep it going. It's a party. I mean, and you ever go to a party and somebody fucking kicked the radio off the table? Oh my God. Oh no, it's dead then. It's like, oh, party's over.
He's getting kicked out.
He's getting kicked out. Some of the people are probably going to leave because the vibe's been destroyed. We got to keep it going. So that's all I do. I keep the vibe going. So that day was a Thursday. I had many entertainers there. Everything was going fantastic, and it moved very smoothly through the day. They did good. I did well, and that's all it was just making sure that everything runs smooth. So girls were on stage. Music played good. The computers didn't give me any trouble.
Oh man, I said computer didn't get in trouble.
Oh yeah, don't get me started.
Yeah, oh my God, hey, that's why with computers I'm a big person.
I'm like Aquaman. Yeah, electronics and me don't
You good? You good with computers and like electronics and all of that?
No.
Oh,
No, they break on. They just
but it's like, as long as you have like good patience, because sometimes like you can stop pointing fingers. It has nothing to do with nobody.
Oh, that's why we got a backup computer, and I had to learn that. And
That's keep it going, man. But like me, I'm a little bit in the technology world too, and I kind of selected that field just like for the fact that like I know like when you work with software, like you cannot really like touch the computer.
Oh, I'm calling you the next time I break something. Something ain't working right. I'm calling you.
You're like, Kovaly, I'm going to come over.
I'll need a discount for coming to your podcast, man.
Yeah, I got you. But essentially, like it's like I like having fun with my life and playing with it in a real physical realm. So like selecting that career, I feel like it helped me mentally, because then I know how to be patient. I know like you don't blame anybody. Like you just be like, hey, even I talk nice to computers, like, hey, please work. And somehow it didn't just work. I don't know it, but if I talk to it nicely, it works. So I know like, hey, if I'm able not to like, see, punch this, that in a physical realm, I don't have to punch anybody.
True. Man, yeah. It's also good. I've learned this the hard way, is just to breathe. Deep breaths always do good.
I got a question for you. So now that you're at the #1 strip club in the Midwest, well, I can't say that, but
this episode of Worldly Integration Podcast is brought to you and sponsored by My Daily Choice. Now, what is My Daily Choice? My Daily Choice offers cutting-edge products backed by science and nutrition technology. They meticulously craft each unique formula in world-class manufacturing facilities to ensure they meet their rigorous, high standards. I myself use the hair cream, as you all know that I am in the process of growing my hair. Also, their hand and body lotion, which is cold pressed and enriched with organic hemp seed oil and shea butter. This hand and body lotion is for all skin types, and it is an everyday essential that helps hydrate skin from head to toe. Please be sure to click the link in the video description and check out some of the products such as CBD and hemp oil, beauty and cosmetic, weight management, protein starter pack, and check out their daily deals and customers review and benefits on mydailychoice.com. Now let's get back to the Worldly Integration podcast.
Oh, it is. Absolutely. And if it ain't by the stats, it's number one in my mind.
How open are you as a DJ to celebrities coming in? Let's say there was a celebrity that wanted to come in, wanted to spend a bunch of money, maybe even wanted to have you play his music or something like that. Has that happened? And if it hasn't happened, how open are you to that?
I mean, yeah, if they have made their dues, I mean, if they're famous, they're gonna be played. I mean, we're gonna cater to them. That's what we do. We're there for the customers. We are providing entertainment. You know, that's the environment. Any bar, restaurant, and any industry is that way. You're not selling cartoons if you're not schmoozing people to sell cartoons, do. Like, Cartoon Network going to be like, I don't know who you are. Why do we care? You got to talk them up, show them what you got.
Yeah, true.
And you got to, like I said, put in that work.
That's what's up. Is there like a song that you play that makes all the? Is it correct to call them strippers or they? What?
No, they're entertainers, independent contractors.
Exotic dancers.
They're not exotic dancers in our club either.
Not at the window.
Oh, that's out the window. No, yeah, those days long gone. This ain't the 90s no more. Yeah, no. Since they went independent contractors, it's in our contract that they're to be called entertainers at our club. So, different clubs have different rules and different standards. We definitely have higher standards. So yes, the entertainers, independent contractors, yeah, they're some of the greatest I've worked with. I love them.
So guys, no more of the rich bunnies.
I mean, yeah, we get a lot of gals, but you're always going to get the top ones over at our place. Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that. We learned something new today.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I go,
But for music wise, one song that makes all the girls go gooey and leaving snail trails. Yeah, I'll use all the innuendos. None of that is the language inappropriate for the cast, I'm sure. But anyway, anybody who knows the lingo knows what's up. But yeah, one song there's not. Every entertainer, just like every person, has their own preference in music. But as we do, we play bangers, and that's just the most popular hidden tracks that every club is playing. And we get them out there, and they love those because those are the songs that get them energized. They get the customers energized, and they get them out there. So you definitely want to play the songs that are making everybody going, but you also have to read the crowd. You got to know who you're playing to. You know, if there's no entertainer, and let's say I'm just playing a crowd of people, you got to know the people, you know?
Sure, that's very true. I've been that.
So if you got a big, huge group of 35-year-old people, and let's say they all look like construction workers, what are you playing?
Still playing Playboy Cardi.
Yeah, that's probably not going to play over well. They're going to sit at the bar and drink their drink, and they're not going to move. We get them excited. You play something that they know. A 35-year-old person would probably know something of the 2000s, either depending on who they are. You play some hip hop or rock music, and you're going to find something right there in the top 40s band. Within 2 songs, you should be having them guys moving. At least half of it.
So
At least have
at the club, so do you want the customers dancing as much as the dancers, or is it more in the aspect of like you just want people to be engaged?
You want everybody. You want the bartender dancing. I've had the private.
So he's not gonna get terminated by dancing.
No.
Behind the bar.
That's what we do. We provide entertainment. Hey, I come out and I have drinks with the guests. I have drinks with the girls. I make sure everybody's having a good time. You know, the life of the party.
Let's make it seem like a family-oriented place. I think that's why I always go back.
It should be.
More than
It should be like that circus where everybody worked together to make it happen. So yeah, why not make it a family? It's a fun environment. Everybody vibing off each other. Like I said, pick somebody up when they're feeling down. Keep it pumping it up all day, and it's gonna get good. It's gonna be vibing. It's gonna be energetic.
It's a big science behind it. You know, it's like, okay, if this song ends, how does the other one entwine with it without anybody noticing and pumping? I think life does the same thing, right? Like, cause you know, he paid attention, he analyzed stuff. So he was like studying music, you know, the other day, cause this pretty much is like a creative space. So on the weekend we hang out, just be creative. I'm making art, he's doing other, and I play music, you know, rapping and just, you know, feeling his own world, and I'm in my own world. So he is stating that, yo, like I'm starting this and on the other side, the boom, boom, boom. I gotta keep that going. He said, by keeping the energy going, like I'm studying, and I was like, wow, like I never analyzed shit like that. So having you here and speaking it from like, you know, profound experience, it's like, wow, like, you know, certain things people say, like it matter, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say something it's still on topic though. It's like this is just like a personal experience. This is like no offense to the DJ because it's still a compliment. The best nights are when I get so drunk at the strip club that I don't even recognize the music because I'm like I'm too busy looking at the strippers. But it's actually a compliment to the DJ.
Oh yeah, that's fact.
I'm not bored. I'm just so drunk I'm not noticing.
It's not noticeable.
Yeah, but if I'm that drunk and I'm noticing that the music is not good, and I'm like,
bad.
I'm being all horny and stuff, trying to feel on the girls and stuff like that.
No, that's exactly what it was. You were vibing so much, you delved into the environment. The music is gone at that point. You were lost, and that's where we want you at the club. We want you to be euphoric, you in that zone, and that's that zone. You've had a few drinks, and the music don't even matter anymore. You are on cloud nine with the love of your life for the couple minutes that you have.
You know what's cooking them down.
For that song while that lap dance is going.
Oh yeah, that's girl.
And speaking of that, like, so I know everybody knows Adele. So I think her last album, like, she set it to not have any song be skipped, right? So when it came to album, in a, you know, our time, like, people put a lot of thought behind it to the point that you cannot skip it. So I think it goes along with what you stated, because if I'm listening to something, it shouldn't be any scratch in my ear. It should be lovely. So when people used to put albums together, they put that other ear, the DJ ear to it too. So when you listen to the album from track one to this, you cannot skip. So what Adele did is, when she made her album, she's like, I don't want people to skip my album. So I think it goes along with what you stated. So like, that's a big science behind all of those. But we're losing it now because everybody is just picking and going and moving fast, you know, but the DJ is still keeping this culture, you know what I'm saying, alive, and we don't give him too much credit, but they need that.
Yeah, y'all moving really fast. The whole scene, like everything's getting faster and faster and faster these days with the social media that started up and now music content that people are able to throw out there so quickly, the home studios and everything. And when things start picking up speed in these small environments, and then they start hitting the clubs, and then they, bam, now nailing the charts. They were like, why haven't you been playing this in so long? It's been out there for like 3 years. Like, but it's now just hitting the charts here in our area. But we're trying. This DJ, you got to vet that music. You got to keep up with everything. And that's whatever you're doing, you got to keep up with the modern trends, where your business is going, and not just today, but tomorrow, next week, next year.
And that's why it's great to have you here, because it's like, you know, the only way to keep up, like, and believe is like by being around those people that, like, you know, are full of different entities. Like, they hear things differently, but we all absorb things from each other. So yes, you can kind of learn online at this, but if you don't see it physically, that's you, like, you don't absorb it, like, quickly.
Yeah, right. Like entities, like, I have to give a shout out to, Diamond Cabaret STL on Instagram. Yeah. And, Rick,
The three baskets.
Big Sky Dining, Bacardi, Patron, and and all that good stuff. We had just shifted from a tequila, but I can't name them now. I was told that today. I posted something about him. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that we change up a lot of promoting stuff. So,
And so about that, Mike, are you under contract with these companies?
oh yeah, absolutely. They're paying to send some of us to Vegas and. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But I was told they're doing TJ of the month now at the club at our last meeting, and like there's like 120, 150 DJs. That's like a 1 in 10 to 1 in 15 chance of me going to Vegas. I mean, so I'm pushing. I'm going to Vegas, baby.
How many years of experience those DJs have to have? Because 150, that's quite a lot. Like, how many
Oh yeah, all the DJs at our club, most of them have had at least 20 to 30 years experience.
God damn.
Guess how much I've had?
That's older than me.
Gee.
3 months.
So how do you like enter that work
3 months.
without a resume? Because sometimes
I lucked out. I don't know how. What it was, I left. Yeah, I left. I went and ran the bowling alley for a while, and I was the only one doing it. And I tried to be nicer, and it was the private parties I was doing there. And the owner was always poking his nose around real hard real hard on the present yourself.
right.
But I see why now. I see it now. Then, because I started making that money. Oh, present myself. That's cool. Well, I worked at the club prior to this. I can go back there if I take that same energy back to what I was doing there. And I did. And I was doing better because I had my mindset better. And I was like, okay, I got to present something, dress better, speak better, make sure my attitude is on the level for the day. If I'm having a bad mood or whatever, I gotta wipe that side as soon as I see an entertainer roll up in the line, or walk her in, or a guest walk through that door. It's all smile. It's all business. It's got to be that way.
It's entertainment because those people came here for a good time, and you're here to give good time. And I love this world because it's like we can snap out of it quickly.
Yeah, and then start having a good time. You have to start having a good time. Then you forgot all about what you were
Like, then it's gone. Good time, make you have a good time. Be like, wow, like people appreciate my shit.
Yeah.
And this is a topic that we're gonna be talking about with a different guest this Sunday. But it's part of that fantasy. Like when I go to the strip club, I'm going for the fantasy. I know I might not see this girl when I leave, but guess what? While I'm here, I'm trying to live it up. I'm trying to enjoy every moment of it because I love the environment. I love the fact that if I go to a dance club, I'm not going to get this type of environment. I have to rely on different skills to get girls. So if I'm in this environment, it's money related, but it's money related with fantasy. So it's like I get to like have a full experience, and I wouldn't want to go to a strip club or a gentleman's club and feel like, damn.
And if it didn't make club, it's an entertainment.
Entertainment.
I get it, coming.
No, we are a gentleman's club, topless review, and we have entertainers.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's all these little.
I wouldn't want to go and then the strippers in a bad mood, DJ's pissed off for whatever reason, or the guys who bring you to the suite like sizing me up and shit. That'll feel so awkward. That's not what I came here for.
Whatever, tosses the curtain closed and stands there.
Like the wife was sizing me up. I'm trying to get a boner. That's money.
Oh, if they're doing that, well, that sucks to be them, because that's you gotta bring that attitude. You gotta be nice. You gotta present yourself properly whatever you're doing.
I think sometimes too, like they
Put your best self forward every day, no matter what. If you're going to the gas station to pick up a bag of corn nuts, take your best self out there. Why the hell is everybody going out looking the scraggliest, unkempt? Like, I know that you feel like shit and like your day sucks or whatever, but if you just put a little effort and put yourself together a bit and get out there, you'll feel better about yourself that you did. So do whatever you got to. Put your best foot forward.
And I think like
There's no reason not
it's
to.
easy to say, but it's hard to apply. And I always tell people, like, I always tell even myself, like, just do something creative. I think that help get away from.
Yeah, you always gotta.
It's easy to say, but if you don't have something that's to apply to, like, it's like, like what we say sounds so like easy, but it's actually very hard if you don't have something else. So I love making art music and this because I feel like it's such an escape because that word is like a deep ocean, like different waves. It's like you get lost in it. You get like, like, so, what I'm saying? So meditative. So I always tell people, like, if you have any trouble, pick up something, pick up a pencil, pick up something, like, just something.
And educate yourself. You don't have to be in school.
Do the same myself. Everybody's got something. I create my own world. I do Dungeons and Dragons or Cyberpunk. Yeah, I roll dice on my Sundays. I'm a dice rolling guy. I love my role playing tabletop games. That's my escape from all this work I do. But that's my time to wind down. That's my little out to regain and recharge because you always got to recharge. No matter what you're doing, you can't push yourself too hard. Now, you always want to try and push yourself, but make sure you set a little time aside just for yourself. Because if you don't, you're gonna have days you'll break down, and you don't need that. Nobody else wants to see that because other people feed off that negativity when you do. Well, like I said, you gotta keep that energy up.
That's very true. You gotta have days for yourself. Are you gonna be one of those people who are traveling to London, doing Dungeons and Dragons, and then DJing at the strip club at night?
Man, you never know. You never know. I'll do it all.
Okay.
He's the recruiting from every area.
I will DJ and Dungeons and Dragons, and it'll be DJ D&D.
He's like, I'm gonna roll for this die, and depending on situation, I'm gonna play this song.
Yeah, I'm sorry if there's probably already another DJ called DJ D&D, but whatever. But I could DJ and play at the same time. I'm pretty sure I could handle it.
So, besides just DJing, what do you see yourself? What do you see yourself, or where do you see yourself? I'm trying to formulate this question in 5 years. Besides just DJing, and if it is DJing, I guess just answer it in that way. Besides
5 years is not really an answer I could get. Where I hope to see myself and where I will be are two separate things. I hope that I'm doing better for myself in the future, whether it is DJing or not. Who knows what'll come along in 5 years? 5 years happens very fast, but it's still a long time away. Once when it gets there, then it's done, then there and gone. But
right.
but you never know. So you can't put too much effort to goals that far ahead. I'm looking forward just this year and this year alone. I'm looking to pick up some travel. You're talking about London. Well, I'm talking about going to British Isles for a couple weeks in 2024, just beginning of 2024. So technically this year, going to be right around this time next year.
So question. What is your dream like to DJ at? Because I watch a lot of Ibiza, stuff like that, and I love Paris Hilton.
He got to go to Magic City in Atlanta.
Oh. Well, we just acquired, our company had acquired 4 or 6 new clubs, 2 new casinos. So who knows? Like, I've done the casino world before. Mayhap they might push me to one of their casinos. Who knows? Because working with this company who owns so many companies, I can talk to them and see where I can move. I could get transferred to Miami next week. You never know.
My dreamland.
Oh, I mean,
Please.
sure.
That's a sexy city.
The beach vibes down in Miami are insane. I don't think I'm at the level there for that yet, but I am not willing to try. I would absolutely give it a shot. So throw me into the wolves, however you want to say it, and I'll figure it out. I've always survived before. I'll make do.
Yeah, Miami, all those women bodies are like Coke bottles. It's like the way shit. And like I've been in Miami several times and I laid on the beach till like the sun came up, doing some activities. There was some, so it's lovely. Women walk around that place and I always go out there, like take my shoes off and run in the sand. So I feel like I like being in warmer places. And plus, in Miami, it's like a lot of tourists, so it's like you don't see the same faces.
And you're definitely gonna see celebrities down there too.
Yeah.
I see celebrities where I'm at now. I mean, that's a common occurrence.
Most famous person you see.
Well, I shouldn't actually plug names, is, but we've seen a lot of.
I'll be like, you left me out. It's like, yo.
Or not, or they may have a screw up, or maybe they weren't supposed to be there. And I'm not trying to call anybody out, but I can throw some names for the past that had been there. In years past, this same club 30 years ago used to have John Goodman. You had all the big football players from the Rams roll through, baseball stars from any which team come through. Hockey players a lot. You had a lot of hockey players. Some basketball, but we get musicians as well. One I can personally tell that I have seen this one would be Pepper Keenan. Pepper Keenan was of Corrosion and Conformity, good friends with Dimebag Darrell, Pantera. So that whole scene of the heavy metal scene that had walked in my door, he walked up to me. He's like, "Hey, I played next door," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know who you are, Pepper. You're good. Go on in, dude." And who's with you? I got your whole crew, and
That's because you got pulled there.
well, that's my days of working the door, but so we see a lot of things.
Credibility. It's based on the person credibility, and they got to work that level up for anybody to be like, go beyond and above.
Yeah, if you got a name and you haven't caused any trouble, we'll definitely give you the benefit of the doubt, let you and your crew through, and try to give you the best experience we can possibly give you. I mean, why not? I mean, that's what anybody wants to do, because you think about that. You have the famous person that came in your place, and then they're going to tell somebody. That person's going to tell some 5 people, and those 5 people tell 5 people each. Then 100,000 people now just heard about that.
So what can a local artist, someone who's building a name for themselves and maybe has a following just in St. Louis, what can they do, or how can they talk to you? I'm trying to formulate this question. What can they do with you to possibly maybe get their music played there, or to be noticed there?
To get noticed there, well, that's pretty standard. You got to throw your weight, which weight means money. So you got to throw money around. The club is the club. If you're trying to just play your music, get yourself known at any club, it's best just to get in with DJ groups and other music companies that are already going, and try to slip them. If they like something, they can slip it into a works. But you got to get out there. You got to talk to everybody. So you try to start off with some of the other clubs, but I'm saying you want to start with the DJs. Talk to the DJs. They're the ones playing the music. It's not the club. And if they like your music, they could slip it in. They think it's going to be fitting of that environment. Now, if your music isn't for that environment, you got to take it to the environment that it's made for, for that the clientele you're looking for. You don't want to go to a place that you're trying to, sell hip hop and it's a bunch of 60-year-old men.
Right.
They're you might get a couple of them into it, but you're not going to get the majority. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for numbers.
True. So I can't be making music talking about how I miss my puppy and my wife left me.
Unless it's country music and it's a country bar, that'd be a hit song right there. Hell, that is a whole album.
Just make sure you smash the truck and drink a couple beers.
Think about it and wear my jean shorts.
With the boots.
Yeah. We got about a minute and a half left, or 2 minutes and a half, at 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Anything you want to say, maybe to wrap up?
A shout out, any question you have for us?
You can ask this question.
Well, I'd like to give a shout out to anybody who's watching this. Thank you, one and everybody who's just checking it out, seeing me for the first time, seeing these guys hopefully for, if not the first time, multiple times, and have you keep coming back and checking them out, because these guys are great. I'd like to thank them all personally. In the World Integration podcast, Yeah, got to keep this going. I love it. It's really good. I'm happy that you have invited me. You know, it's great to be a part of this life. You're doing good. Thank you for inviting me and
I appreciate
catching
you.
us with all this.
You got anything you want to ask us before we close it out, or should we just close it out?
Man, I really ain't got no questions.
But we accept the appreciation, the flower, because you know, like before we even sat down, you know, you told us, you know, like facing this fear and doing it, it's not easy. So you giving us these kudos mean a lot, at least to me. I don't know about him.
All I gotta say is I started DJing 3 months ago, and you can already tell with the way I present myself. Everything has changed. I'm up here. You guys, you'll make it there. You know, it's time. It's a little effort. Time. You got to get comfortable with it first.
Yeah, true.
Thank you. And we're still dealing with technical difficulty, guys. But hey, this is what it means. Early integration. Everything that happened has been integrated, and this is Kovaly Kavv.
DJ Bozy.
Yeah, live. Can you give Bozy the socials before we close?
Oh yeah, Sean.Boswell, DJ Bozy on Instagram. Hit me up. You know, add me, all that shit.
Guys, like that, we out. Shout out to Sentis.
Well, you know, it's definitely being feeling well. Yeah, of course, we see it here next time. So, you know what I mean?
Thanks, everybody. And of course, Kovaly Kavv. Yes, they introduced me to your best bitch. We out. Integration episode 9. Thank you very much for coming through, DJ Bozy. Love you. Thank you. See you well, guys.
Damn right. That's great, Kovaly. Damn right. That's great, Kovaly. Damn right. That's great, Kovaly.